I got a request to make some rolling pins. No problem. A couple years ago, I had some beautiful tiger maple, and I made 3 of them. But this time, they wanted a French rolling pin, and they were kind enough to send a picture showing the dimensions. I had 3 great pieces of cherry that I could turn these out of. But wait a minute, they're mahogany. Mahogany doesn't make good rolling pins. So, we need to do something else. Some glue-ups. So if we're going to do glue-ups, we might as well make them pretty with different color woods. If we're going to do some glue-ups, let's start at the joiner. Get one good edge. Then we're going to move on to the table saw. I've got some cherry, walnut, and a little maple. This is going to be fun. Then we go to the planer and work on the thicker stuff. Now we need to resaw to get some thinner stripes for some good accents. Some nice maple, dark walnut, and light maple. Look at that piece I resawed off. I was very happy with that. The bandsaw is doing very well. Then we go back to the planer. Plain, plain, plain. Now I've got a whole bunch of pieces. It's time to do a glue-up. Now it's time for the glue-up. I use waterproof glue. Makes sense if you're going to wash your rolling pin. So I also use wax paper. The glue doesn't stick to the wax paper, so it makes life much easier. These spring clamps are great, but when I squeezed the woods, the laminations, they slid like a parallelogram. So I had to take some more clamps and bring them back into square. Now we take off the clamps. Look how easy the wax paper comes off those glued blanks. Make your life easy whenever possible. So now we go to the miter saw and we just clean up the ends, get them squared. Then we go over to the table saw and we just clean up the edges. Doesn't have to be perfect or pretty because we are going to turn the whole thing. But it's nice to start out with a square, clean stock. These 3 glue-ups look pretty good. They look a little rough right now, but they'll look good later. So now we mark the centers using a square, and then I used an awl just to start it. Gives a place for the lathe centers to seat. So just making the little divot. A little work makes life easier later on. Now, one thing I'm not going to show you is I decided to knock off the corners. It just makes the turning easier. And since I'm having a guest turner that's going to turn these, let's make life easy. I think I've said that before in this video. And now to turn. We start out with a roughing gouge, 3/4 inch roughing gouge, just to bring it down. We did the octagon. We knocked off the corners, so that made life a little easier, a little less bouncing on the turning. Better for a less experienced turner. Then we moved to a 3/4 inch spindle gouge to get us down to size. So we then start working on the ends, and then we start sanding. We work through 150, 240, 320, 400, and 600 grits. We wanted this one to be as nice as possible because it was for a friend. I like the look of the laminations. They look great. And we decided to do 2 before we do any more. We'll see what the customer thinks. We'll leave them unfinished. And if they want to finish them with mineral oil or anything else, they can do so. So, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and ring the bell. I appreciate you watching the Johnsonville Woodworker.